Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Thursday, July 5th. Well, just a sweltering morning here in the Mid-Atlantic region with high heat and humidity to start the day. And it looks like the next 3 days, today, Friday, and Saturday, will just be excessive heat and humidity. 100 degrees will be possible tomorrow in many Mid-Atlantic locations and on Saturday before some relief finally moves into the Northeast. The good news is that there's definite relief coming. Looks like high temperatures next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, for the most part, will be in the 80s as a high pressure area moves across the Great Lakes into the Northeast. But it'll get worse before it gets better here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Let's take a look at the latest surface map. There's a weak frontal system that's affecting the New England part of the northeastern U.S., with a little bit cooler conditions way up here in the New York and New England region. Maybe highs only up in the upper 80s, for example, in the Boston, Massachusetts area. But down from New York City, down across Philadelphia and Washington, we'll be way up in the 90s. And again, the next few days will just be absolutely brutal with excessive humidity as well. 100 degrees will be possible, especially on Friday and Saturday, especially in Philadelphia and D.C. region. But the good news, again, is that there is some cooler air developing right here out in the northern plains. All this high pressure in the southwestern part of Canada, northwestern part of the U.S. will be gradually moving to the east. There will be some thunderstorms most likely during the transition later on in the weekend, perhaps Saturday night or on Sunday, before that cooler air moves in. And again, it looks like the 80s will be the rule for Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. But brutal heat right until that frontal passage occurs. Well, here's the current IR composite satellite loop, and again, we kind of can see this ring of fire around this brutally hot high-pressure system here. Things rotate clockwise around high-pressure areas, and we can see generally a high pressure is situated right here in the south-central part of the U.S., and right around the northern rim, there are some thunderstorms rotating around, as has been the case over the last several weeks in many of these heat waves. Looks like these Great Lakes thunderstorms will probably drop to the south of the Mid-Atlantic region. So for the most part, it looks like it'll remain rain-free, but excessively hot and humid here in the Mid-Atlantic region. But way out here, there's some strong thunderstorms across Iowa and into the eastern part of the Great Lakes. Here's the current radar loop, and again, you can see these patches of thunderstorms kind of rotating around the northern fringes of this strong high-pressure system, and for the most part, it looks like these will drop south and west of the Mid-Atlantic region and will remain rain-free from Washington up to New York City later on today, with those temperatures way up in the 90s. Well, I thought we'd take a look at a couple of different computer forecast maps. This happens to be for tomorrow afternoon from last night's Zero-Z GFS run. These couple of different maps will represent very different conditions. This is the beginning of the real brutal heat for Friday afternoon, and here is that isotherm I like to look at for determining where the hottest air is in these kind of heat waves. And again, the hot air is expanding to the east come tomorrow, and this is the 20-degree isotherm at the lower part of the atmosphere. When you see this, you're very hot, and we'll be enveloped in that air right here in the Mid-Atlantic region tomorrow and Saturday. Those are probably the two hottest days we may have all summer. 98 to 102 degrees in many Mid-Atlantic locations for Friday afternoon and Saturday afternoon. However, let's jump ahead now and take a quick look at a computer forecast map for when the news might be a lot better. And here it is. This is a GFS forecast map for Monday morning. Here's a strong high pressure here in the northern plains. Just nice northerly flow setting up. Looks like the frontal system will have dropped to the south and east of the Mid-Atlantic region, and we will be back to some more comfortable conditions come Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week here in the Northeast. By the way, another thing I want to point out here is a major pattern change is going to occur over the next 3-4 days here over Colorado and much of the southwestern part of the U.S. They've, of course, suffered a lot of heat and drought conditions over the last several weeks in Colorado, but it looks like that's undergoing a major change over the next few days. Much more rainfall is in store and cooler conditions for the state of Colorado beginning this weekend and continuing on into next week. It looks like a major pattern change from the heat and drought of recent weeks to more rainfall and cooler conditions. So brutal heat here in the Mid-Atlantic region for today through Saturday, but genuine relief is in sight for next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That's it for now. For the SIweather.com, I'm the SI meteorologist, Paul Dorian.